What's up, everyone? It is Jason, and welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to be talking about something that sometimes I think a lot of DJs don't pay attention to or keep in mind when they're working at a party. And that is the fact that you never know who's in front of you, who's paying attention, and who's watching what you're doing, what your team is doing, and how that can really impact you. And I want to tell you a quick story about a wedding now we've shared 2 or 3 different times here on this channel of a super fun wedding that happened at the Park Chateau Estate. But we were going through the footage that I released here on the channel. And after we sat everyone down for dinner, I noticed that there were some spark fountain granulars on the dance floor. And if you're not familiar with that is, every time the sparks go off, they leave a hard powder. It's almost like sand, but it's essentially the compound that they use, the titanium, aluminum, and magnesium mix. After it burns off as it goes up into the air, it leaves like a very fine, hard dust material on the dance floor. And I could see a slight haze of it on the dance floor, at least the front part of the dance floor, when we sat everyone down for dinner. Now, I didn't even get a chance to collect my broom. I always come with like a dust mop broom thing to essentially clean everything up. But at this wedding specifically, I hate to say this, but we actually forgot it here in the office. And I was thinking about going to go grab a dust mop or a broom from the kitchen. And before I could even get there, people just sat down. It was a crazy first opening set. And I saw one of the team members from the venue come over with like almost like a Swifter type of thing to essentially knock some of the dust particles off the dance floor. And I ran out onto the dance floor and I was like, no, I can't allow you to do that. I have to do that. That's our job to do it. Now, I always travel with a team, but my team was working on a media thing that we had coming up at the end of dinner. So both Rico and RJ were off in the back doing everything that they can do. And I ran out on the dance floor and I started cleaning. Then a member of the staff brought me over a brush. And while everyone's getting served their dinner, I'm out there crushing the brush on the dance floor, cleaning up the little mess that we made with the spark fountains during that opening set. Now, the reason why I'm telling you the back part of this story is because you never know who's paying attention, who's in front of you, who's watching what you have going on. Now, about an hour and a half later, the groom's side of the family were taking a family photo in the lobby area, and we had just basically set up the dessert presentation, and it was kind of another transition segue during the wedding. And the father of the groom came up to me and was like, man, I have to tell you, they don't make people like you anymore. And I'm like, wait, what? What are you talking about? And he's like, I saw that you came out and nothing's above you. You came out and you started cleaning up the floor, and I saw you take the broom away from the person from the venue. Her name's Liz. And I was like, yeah, of course, I would always do that. And I think you lead by example, and I think that's something that every person should always keep in their mind, but everyone who owns a business should be able to do the same thing. And he just basically was saying that he was really impressed by that, the hard work, the dedication, and not just to deliver a great show, but take it a whole nother level. And not even for like the family taking care of them, but to take care of the people even at the venue. And I think the reason why I'm sharing this with you is because you never know who's paying attention to what you're doing, what you have going on. And this is good or bad, right? Like if you're on your phone texting behind the DJ booth, someone might see that and it might impact their vibe. It might impact their mood. It might give them an impression that you're not being professional during the wedding. You might not be interested. You don't care. But if you're doing stuff and you're engaged and you're there to help and make sure that the wedding is the best it possibly can be in every way, shape, and form, and even if you get down and start brushing the floor so that a member of the staff didn't have to worry about that at that point in time, it can look good on you. And that was really, or this is really an example of it looking really good on me and the business, because we were there not just to crush the party, but we were there to ensure that the entire celebration went off perfectly, whatever that may be. And I think that's allowed us to build relationships with not just teams that work at venues or caterers or different people that work in the industry. I think it's allowed us to build great relationships with a lot of different people. And I'm proud to say that I was caught doing that, and I didn't do it for attention, but the point of this is you never know who's paying attention. So when you're at your next event, always try to be 110% at every moment you're in front of someone. And I think if you are there to make sure that your service is the best it can be and the experience is the best it can be, no matter what it entails, it will look good on you. The father was super impressed by what he saw, which was really nothing. It took me 3 minutes to do the whole little dance floor, but it's the fact that like I did it and I didn't just like stand there and watch someone else did it. I took action and I made the mess, I cleaned the mess up, and everything kept on going on. And it actually played very well for me and for SCE as a whole. Anyway, the point of this is, if you're out and about, you're working at an event, doesn't matter if it's a bar, doesn't matter if it's a wedding, doesn't matter if it's a birthday party, you are a reflection of what people can see. So you never know who's watching, and always keep that in mind. Do whatever you can do to make the party the best it possibly can be from a performance perspective, but also from like just a flow perspective. Make sure that you're there to serve not only the people that are hiring you, but the people that are there as guests and even the people that are working. I think when everyone does a great job and everyone is delivering their service, the entire experience is A+, and that's something that I truly live by. I think if you're someone that owns a business and you want to instruct someone to do something, don't just tell people to do something. Like, I think you lead by example a lot, and I think there's nothing that I would ever ask someone to do at my company that I wouldn't do myself or I wasn't capable of doing, and I think there's a lot that can be learned from that. Anyway, I appreciate you sticking with me for this long little story here on the channel. And if you have any questions, comments, or anything, drop it into the comments underneath this video. And I appreciate you sticking with me here. Anyway, be on the lookout for more content coming right here to this channel in the days, weeks, months ahead. And thanks for watching.